Hello, dear viewers. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the captivating twists and turns of the bold and the beautiful. Today, we are unpacking one of the most dramatic and intricate storylines to date, where alliances are shattered, rivalries are reignited, and unexpected confessions blur the line between friend and foe. With so many characters clashing over love, power, and legacy, this is a story you can't afford to miss. So, sit back, relax, and let's explore every detail of this explosive saga together. A shocking moment. Steffi and Brooke find common ground. The air was thick with tension when Steffi Forrester and Brooke Logan crossed paths at Forrester Creations. Historically, these encounters ended with sharp words and bitter accusations. But this time, something unexpected happened. There was no argument, no raised voices, no cutting remarks. Instead, there was something almost unheard of between these two women: understanding. Brooke admitted that she regretted how things had spiraled out of control. She recognized that the power grab orchestrated by Carter Walton and Hope Logan had deeply wounded Ridge Forrester. With an uncharacteristic softness in her voice, she confessed to Steffi that she felt guilty for becoming the new CEO of Forrester Creations under such turbulent circumstances. Steffi was taken aback. For a moment, she saw a different side of Brooke, a woman who, perhaps, genuinely regretted her role in the chaos. But could this change of heart be trusted? Brooke had spent years battling for Ridge's love and control of the Forrester empire. Could her remorse be genuine, or was it just another calculated move to win Ridge back? The weight of this encounter lingered with Steffi long after Brooke left the room. Conflicted and cautious, Steffi sought counsel from her mother, Dr. Taylor Hayes. Taylor's warning and the shadow of the past. When Steffi recounted the conversation to Taylor, her mother's reaction was swift and sharp. Taylor's eyes narrowed with suspicion. She knew Brooke all too well. Brooke Logan was a woman who had built her life on charm, manipulation, and strategic moves. Could Brooke's remorse be a smokescreen designed to win back Ridge's heart? Taylor's instincts screamed that danger was near. She reminded Steffi that Brooke's patterns had always been the same: create chaos, feign regret, and then swoop in when the dust settled to reclaim Ridge's affections. Brooke had succeeded in this cycle before, and Taylor wasn't about to let her do it again. But this time, the stakes were higher. If Brooke truly regretted her actions and sought to return Forrester Creations to Ridge, would Ridge see it as a gesture of love and loyalty? And worse, would it lead him back into Brooke's arms? Taylor knew one thing for sure: she would not stand by and watch Ridge be hurt again. She had fought too hard to rebuild her life with him. Brooke Logan would have to go through her first. Ridge and Carter, from brotherhood to battle. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, another confrontation brewed, one charged with betrayal and heartbreak. Ridge Forrester stood face to face with Carter Walton, the man who had once been more than a friend. He had been family. But now, he was the face of Ridge's deepest betrayal. Ridge's voice dripped with sarcasm and bitterness as he addressed Carter. "So this is who you are now? The man who stabs his best friend in the back for a taste of power." His words were sharp, each one a dagger aimed at Carter's conscience. Carter's jaw tightened, his eyes filled with frustration. "You don't understand, Ridge. I didn't do this to hurt you." His voice was strained, desperate for Ridge to see his side. "I did it because I believe Forrester Creations needed a new direction. Hope and I—" But Ridge wasn't listening. His hands slammed down on the desk as his temper flared. "Hope and you," he interrupted, his voice a roar. "Hope and you are nothing but traitors. You think you can build something lasting on betrayal?" Carter's fists clenched. "I did what I thought was right for the company. And no, Ridge," he added firmly, his eyes locking with Ridge's, "I'm not giving Forrester Creations back." And there it was, the final fracture. the friendship they had built over years shattered beyond repair. Ridge saw it clearly now. The Carter he had trusted was gone, replaced by a man consumed by power and ambition. Hope's revenge and Steffi's counterattack. Hope Logan, meanwhile, was reveling in her newfound power. The memory of her clashes with Steffi fueled her every move. For too long, she had been pushed aside, her voice overshadowed by Steffi's dominance at Forrester Creations. Now, she was determined to make Steffi feel that same helplessness. But Steffi was never one to play the victim for long. As Hope and Carter celebrated their triumph, Steffi was already planning her counterattack. She knew that alliances built on greed and revenge rarely lasted. Her strategy was simple but deadly. Exploit the cracks in Hope and Carter's partnership and let their ambition destroy them from within. Brooke's redemption or Brooke's game. As the chaos unfolded, Brooke Logan made her move. A move that left everyone stunned. In an unprecedented gesture, Brooke announced her decision to step down as CEO and return control of Forrester Creations to Ridge. The room was stunned into silence. Ridge's eyes searched Brooke's face, seeking the hidden motive. "Why?" he asked, his voice low with suspicion. Brooke met his gaze steadily. "Because I was wrong, Ridge," she said softly. "And because I want to make things right. With you. With our family." The gesture sent shockwaves through the Forrester family. Steffi's instincts screamed that it was a ploy, a grand performance to lure Ridge back into Brooke's orbit. Taylor, watching from the shadows, felt a cold dread creep over her. Was Brooke truly seeking redemption? Or was she laying the foundation for her greatest conquest yet? Ridge's heart? The breaking point. Carter and Hope's implosion. Meanwhile, as Steffi predicted, the cracks between Hope and Carter widened. The pressure of running Forrester Creations and fending off Steffi's counterattacks weighed heavily on their relationship. Carter began to question Hope's obsession with vengeance. "Is this really about Forrester Creations, Hope?" he demanded one night. "Or is it just about beating Steffi?" Hope's eyes flashed with anger. "Steffi has taken everything from me," she shot back. "My father, my husband, my place in this family. She needs to pay." But Carter had seen enough to know where this road led. He had built his career on loyalty and integrity, and Hope's thirst for revenge felt dangerously familiar. Like Quinn, like Bill Spencer. And he couldn't stomach it. The final confrontation. Hearts and empires on the line. The final blow came during a Forrester Creations board meeting, one that would determine the future of the company. Ridge, restored as CEO thanks to Brooke's surprising sacrifice, faced off against Carter and Hope. But before the votes could be cast, Brooke stood, her voice cutting through the tension. "There's another proposal," she said, her eyes flicking to Ridge and then to Steffi. "A co-CEO structure, one that brings together both sides of this family." The room erupted into chaos. Hope protested, Carter bristled, and Ridge stared at Brooke in disbelief. But it was Steffi who silenced the room. "I accept," she said firmly, her eyes never leaving Hope's. "If it means peace for this family, I accept." Hope's face twisted in frustration. "You think this makes us equals, Steffi?" she hissed. "It doesn't." Steffi's reply was ice cold. "No, Hope. It reminds you that power built on revenge never lasts." Epilogue. New beginnings, old wounds. As the dust settled, alliances shifted, and the power structure at Forrester Creations found a fragile balance. Brooke's act of redemption had reshaped the battlefield, leaving Ridge questioning everything he thought he knew about love, loyalty, and legacy. Carter, disillusioned and isolated, stepped back from the company he had fought so hard to control. And Hope, her dreams of dominance shattered, found herself facing a future defined not by triumph, but by loss. But for Steffi and Taylor, the battle was far from over. They knew Brooke Logan too well to believe that her story ended with one selfless act. The game, as always, was still being played. Final thoughts. The saga continues. The story of the bold and the beautiful is one of power, passion, and the ever-blurring lines between enemy and ally. This latest chapter reminds us that in the world of Forrester Creations, loyalty is fleeting, love is complicated, and the battle for supremacy never truly ends. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the heart-pounding twists and turns of the bold and the beautiful. If you enjoyed this detailed exploration, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on, Brooke